Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. As part of the usual, I am Cobble, S. Cobble. Thank you all for coming back and rejoining us as we adventure and build our base of operations inside the New Age Minecraft world on the Xbox One. This will be episode 11. I've seen the first 6 episodes are up, so I see some people are watching it, and I think I may have gotten one new subscriber, so thank you for that. But like, share, and comment on the post. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and go from there. So for our objectives today, while our tree farm is essentially growing still, we are going to attempt to start doing the inner layers of the house. I'm also going to attempt to trap the Wonder Trader, because apparently he likes to spawn over there, and why not have him as an actual stable for trading purposes for other realm areas. On top of that, we have some more, we'll have plenty of harvesting to do. Food, rocks, our tree-wise, replanting, and going into our spawning area and getting more supplies like that. So, got a few things on the objective list so far, so without further ado, let's get back into it. But, yeah, so I'll be dropping episodes probably every Monday now. So as I'm recording this, 2 episodes are going up. Episode 6 and 7. No, 7 and 8 are going up right now. So those will be up probably by the end of the night. And these will continue the recordings as well. Well, like I said, this is episode 11. Welcome back, and let's try not to die. Because eventually we're going to have to fill our pens up, so we'll eventually take some boats, link them together, and potentially go acquire some animals, and essentially start building up our farming areas, so we get some ducks, some chicken, some other stuff, and start producing stuff. As you see, armor's been beat to hell out of again because attackers. But to show you what's been going a little bit on, let's get back out of third person. I did add another layer to the roof for the upstairs. So, we do have the Wonder Trader just sitting there out in a boat. We will bring him ashore eventually, but as you can see, we went up one more level. And I also built an awning around the back side and the front side of the house, because the sides of the house are kind of occupied at the moment with the bamboo and the sugarcane. So we have our base. This is going to be a sitting area to watch the sunrise. So I just while I was on earlier, I also we were out and planted our carrots, and that's actually the ones getting pretty much growing the best, as well as our turnips. Turnips? Is that what they are, or are they something different? So I could be wrong. Oh, so the radishes. Oh, the beet tooths. So that's going up pretty well. We have our watermelons and pumpkins going on as well. As you see, the tree farm is growing up quite rapidly. So eventually we'll be able to start hacking all that stuff, because we're going to build several different levels. We're also going to drill down as well, all the way down until we hit the sandy bottom to start exploring that way and gathering up more materials. Let's see here. So everything's in their nice little files in the corners right now, so let's go check and see what's... Oh yeah, I gotta build a new sword because the last one I had broke because of unpleasant enemies. Let's build a new sword weapon here, because I don't have access to diamonds yet, or I do, but they're not. They're for other things right now. Because I have one area that's quite dark that we can explore. Eventually, we shall. Looks like nobody's here spawning, so we're going to probably harvest some of the trees. So what were our objectives today? I forgot. We're going to build the second level. We are going to do some harvesting, food, trees, all that fun jazz. Let's see if I can actually take a nap and see if it's raining out here. Nope, I cancel these an all-day rain effect, so which is fine. So we'll go start hacking some of the trees down and start getting that done. I'm going to have probably one level of every. The house itself will probably be a level of each tree. So we'll have a floor of like oak. We'll have a floor of acacia, jungle wood, and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's also what we got to build. We got to build our jungle wood wall for the cookies and the chocolate. Not the chips. Is it chips and seeds or whatever it gets built that you can put on the actual jungle wood and use it to make the chicks. I think they're no cocoa beans. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. It's cocoa beans that essentially make coconuts on the jungle trees. And with those cocoa beans, you can make the chocolate to make the cookies with the sugar and all the other wheat flour and stuff like that. So I'm an idiot. So my apologies for that failure. But hey, it happens. I have my moments. We all do. So we're just going to harvest all these trees, and that will give us a base layer of what we want to build first. We probably want the jungle floor first, just so we can get room and access to that floor quicker, and start putting down those cocoa beans so we can start getting our coconuts to create beans to make cookies and all the other fun stuff. Which is kind of cool, interesting, because they don't require light to create, they just need the tree itself. So we're going to have one of the walls lined with jungle wood, and that will be where the cookies will be produced. So we'll take a quick run, gather resources, then we'll go on to the next row of trees. And I have designated the boxes for the trees, so you can't get mixed up on what goes where. As you can see after I clear out this one tree. Each one's got a box right here, like this will be the jungle row on all that stuff like that. Yeah, we had an Enderman pop up yesterday and attack me from when for some reason I angered an Enderman, and he killed me and threw me under a bus. So that was a random attack out of nowhere. So that was not pleasant because I was in the middle in a compromising position because I was on the water, and all I did, he just started munching on me because I don't have much armor on, because in this build I haven't focused on armor yet because we're in the process of still gathering resources. So the best I can do is the leather armor that I fish, or damn it. So the bits and pieces of the armor that I throw together. Because I'm not really in need of armor right now, because I have set up to the point where I don't need armor unless we're going to run on a mission or an objective to go get certain items. It's about the only time I will need armor at this current juncture in this building, at this level stage of the build. So But yeah, I've marked the center of each one so I don't have to try and keep trying to find everything centered. And I'll take some bone meal and create the dirt plots and make actually grass. Because if the grass is there, that means it might potentially start spawning random animals. But that's still questionable due to the fact that we're essentially a floating island right now. Which kind of is the reason why the dirt doesn't want to actually grow its green. So I may add another layer underneath it to potentially get that fast. Or just manually do it to the point where I will just essentially grass myself. But yeah, but the advantage of being, well, essentially out here and surrounded by water and or areas of shadow, that spawning enemies isn't really a thing right now. Now, when you're on land side, it's an entire, completely different monster in itself. Because believe you me, I landed on one area exploring to the point where it just turned night and there were 15 zombies just walking towards me. And I'm like, well, this could suck. And eventually, as it would dictate, I got obliterated like 4 or 5 times and spent an hour and a half trying to get to my stuff and kill the enemies around. So it was not friendly, not pleasant at all. It was one of those things I can't do shit about. But hey, it is what it is. So then why were you trying to pickaxe a tree? That doesn't work. But eventually we'll be getting into... Okay, that's my last axe that broke. But that's kind of the disadvantage of using stone. Granted, it's one of the most valuable resources, or most abundant resources per se. That's why I just use stones, because iron's good, but according to so far in this world, I can barely even find it. So that's more of an annoying thing for me. Because I have a whole bunch of other stuff I want to do that requires iron, and I haven't even found a good vein to literally even attempt to make anything more intriguing. So I have a list of things to do and a whole bunch of builds to do as well. However, if I don't have the resources, I'm going to just have to keep looking for the areas. Did that clear out? Yeah, that cleared. So then we'll replant all these after they officially go away. We'll go check the spawn area after this way because it's nighttime now. So there's a good possibility we'll have some more loot stuff available. Apparently my shovel got replaced with a hoe, which is fine. Just more annoying-ish, but we'll do a quick run to gather up these resources, and then we'll go over and try and see what we can get from the spawner. Well, not necessarily a spawner, because there's actually not a spawner. It's all random. Let's see what comes up in the darkness. We had an interesting buy a lot of enemies earlier. We had like 4 creepers in there, 2 skeletons, and 2 zombie villagers. So that was an interesting loadout. Let's see, so we did oak over here. Put all the oak away. We'll replant the oak. We'll replant everything as soon as all the tops are gone. Because like this row, all the tops are gone, so we're not going to mess with it. I can't get that high We're going to leave the acacia trees up just for the time being. So these more oak saplings that, yeah, there's more oak saplings that have fallen. Drop those in the box. Over here, this is the birch area. And a boatload of birch saplings, so that's going to be pretty cool. Because eventually we'll expand the tree farming area eventually. But this is kind of good. It gives us it gives us 5 trees and relatively a stack or 2 of wood per grouping. So that should help out eventually. Birch in here as well. Now, I'm also not on a modded server, a modded world, so this is just straight survival mode only. And there's nothing too fancy, no tricks, nothing, because I've seen some other things going on right now, and it is ridiculous. They have, in this one person I'm watching, they create a laser gun that will clear out a 3x3 area instantaneously. It's wicked. Interesting. But, again, that's on a modded server, so it's not gonna... It's gonna be interesting. I would love to get into there, but I know it's probably... The server itself's probably a private server, but... Because you'll see in other recordings, since I also have done roller coasters, I have an entire world that is all dedicated to just roller coasters that I made that are completely functional, and using just the basic redstone techniques and basic, just basic moving parts that I have in just a vanilla world, essentially. I think this was the dark oak area, so let's see how much jungle we have, and we'll start building the jungle layer as well. Drop that off. We got a bunch of logs. We'll take a bunch more. That should be plenty of that. This was, I believe, dark oak. Oh, this was the spruce trees. So we drop the spruce. Drop saplings. So while we're working on the floor for the next level, we'll have things essentially kind of sorted. So we got 38. So, and I've done these chests, 3x9s full of just like the logs, the saplings themselves, and the actual wood they produce, just so I can fill that chest and just have a general idea how much I can throw down. These over here are the dark oak trees, and I know they're probably not going to spawn right away, which is fine. Really don't need that. That's why this chest is split between the acacia and the dark oak. So we'll pop over into our into the spawn area. Sounds like we got a bunch of people. No, we got an entire grouping over here. Number of zombies, spiders, zombie villagers. Those zombie villagers are going to come in handy because we're going to attempt to make them into, oh, we got 2 spiders too. Oh, I got shot. Got 1 spider left, looks like, and then we'll go in and collect the rest. Those arrows look like it's literally there, so it's nighttime, so I'm probably gonna get spawned on, which is fine. But that's fine. See if I can pop that light. Oh, so I have the next wave come in. Oh, fuck you. Of course, I kill the light and I gotta go back into it. I got 5 seconds. So we'll close that. Drop off our load. Arrow string. And rot flesh, so it's building. The sun's rising up. See if I can get in before. Yep, I got in before. Let's see here. All right. Oh yeah, the awning goes over 2 spaces. Essentially makes a pathway of the sand and underneath crafting stuff. And, oh, apparently that Wonder Trader died. Because, well, that boat's in the middle of nowhere. He either got attacked or drowned. Huh. Well, that's what he learns for trying to steal my damn boat. So bring this back down. No trace of him either, so which is fine. We'll harvest a sugarcane while we're thinking of it, while we're here. We'll make our paper and our mats and some other stuff. Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to do just a straight jungle floor or are we going to just do a jungle logs. Let's see, what else do I have? Stack of logs. Grab some more stone blocks because I pretty much worked through a bunch of my tools. That will be the extra spot. I brought a couple things over from another, while I was exploring, did some other hunting some trees, so I also brought over some terracotta because we'll do some terracotta levels as well. So we had some, at least some different colors going and so on and so forth. So let's see if we do the wood floor, it looks like that, or we have this over here. I'm not sure which one I like better, but I will leave that up to chat. If you guys want to leave a comment and tell me, do we want to do jungle logs on this level, or do we want to do just all the logs or the wood? Either way works, but we have this option, and we have this option. Now what we'll do, if whatever chat decides which way we do, we will redo the floor if need be. Just so you have some interaction if you're not on here live. But for the time being, we'll go with the wood logs around the area. We'll go there, but eventually if you want to change it, we will change it back to the actual logs. We can do that. And if it's a lot of waste of wood, well, then we'll just go from there. We'll find a use for the wood. But like I said, we will do mostly just the logs right now. So we'll just do the wood planks and we'll go from there. I know eventually we are going to have, like, on this level we will have rooms delegated. I'm not sure what we're going to do room-wise yet, but it will figure things out and we'll keep glowing up levels-wise. So for the time being, we'll take the logs out. And we'll put in the wood floors for the time being. And like I said, as soon as whatever chat decides, or any of the comments will decide, we will go back and decide to run that and change that floor if need be. Because, like I said, a little more interaction gives you a little more, you're in control, per se, so give you a little incentive to comment, subscribe, and like, because I will look over the options and we'll plan accordingly. But this is going to do it for this episode so far. I thank you all once again for joining me. Like I said, we have more stuff to do, and we see that our tree farm is starting to respawn again. So, thank you all for coming out again, and like I said, we will be I'll leave it up to you if you want to change this to logs, or change it to logs, or just go with the jungle wood. So, but until then, folks, this is Cobble saying have a good night, and we shall see you in the next one.